Hello, my name is Rick Marshand, and I've been the facilitator for the Johnny Appleseed Festival for the City of Leominster for many years. And I'm here today with the co-facilitator, Bob Healy, who's also the maestro and the conductor, the stage manager. He does it all from soup to nuts. And we also have a young man joining us in the studio today who's coming on and getting involved with the JA Festival for the first time, helping out with administrative tasks. Brandon Robbins, nice to have you here today as well.
Thank you.
So just a quick snapshot, the Johnny Appleseed Festival, we're actually recording this 11 days before the event itself. The festival will be held on Saturday, September 24th, in the heart of downtown Leominster, approximately in the area of Monument Square, where it's been for 23 years. It opens up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it concludes approximately 5 p.m. We have a beautiful day planned. We have live entertainment that Bob is going to be talking about in a couple of moments on a main stage. We have school-based kids and also professional bands that will be performing. We also have another stage in the parking lot party area, actually a DJ up there, Ray Richard, and then we have another stage in Monument Square Park. All the entertainment all day long is free. We have a parking lot party for children, adolescents, and even the little kiddies as well. We actually are coming up with a section for kiddie rides, so the parents can enjoy the young ones being able to participate without getting beat up or anything in the big moonwalks with all the craziness that takes place. So the kids can come in for the day, get their pass for $10 or $1 a ticket per event item that they go on, and they have an all-day pass so they can go home, come back, whatever they like to do all day long with all the inflatables. We'll also have several groups that will be doing face painting, and we also have spin art for the kids as well. We have a beautiful petting zoo coming in this year. I'm really happy about the petting zoo and pony rides. We kicked it up considerably. In order to go into the petting zoo, there's a cost of $2. There will be some feed available to purchase. And we also have pony rides. The pony rides are $5 a piece. We also give pony rides to handicapped children as well. So that's a note. If you have a child that needs some assistance, the gentleman who actually has the organization works with handicapped children. We're going to have a spectacular food court. We're actually looking for more food vendors as well. So right now we have the Rotarian Club coming in doing clam chowder, the Leominster Recreation Program's coming in, the firefighters are doing chili. We have 2 Brazilian barbecues going. We'll have hot dog vendors. We'll have the world famous apple crisp again,
Absolutely.
Bob.
Oh,
Made by the First Baptist Church. They've been doing that for 23 years. They're just awesome. And we're looking forward to a great day. We also have the Junior Olympic softball team, the Firecrackers, Bad Apples, and they do their world famous candy apples. They're just excellent. They're parked. There's tent to set up right near the City Hall in front of the mayor's parking spot. So everybody looks forward to that as well. We have a new initiative this year. We have the Boys Club and Girls Club that has joined in. And earlier this year, I had a chance to go to their science fair, and it was spectacular. They even had representation from NASA. So there's a lot of hands-on things happening, and they have actually taken that fair, that science fair, and they moved it into the City Hall. So throughout the entire festival, you could bring your child into the City Hall auditorium, and there'll be 16 vendors set up, and it's very science. There's a lot of science, and it's very connected to the school department. So we really appreciate them getting involved. We're going to have well over 150 vendors. It's grown even from last year's 100th anniversary with the city. People just keep coming out. And the great thing is that we've actually gone from about 80% professional vendors, 20% nonprofit. It's reversed, and we're in the 90% range right now of nonprofit and charitable organizations. So come on down, enjoy them, see what they have to offer as they promote their organizations, and also maybe get involved in a little bit of fundraising for the cause as well. Free admission, free parking, free entertainment, another way of the community giving back through the generosity of the sponsors and all of the business partners that we have. So without further ado, if I can turn it over to Bob to talk to you a little bit about the entertainment.
Right. Well, we have a lot of the similar groups that we've had over the years. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and every half hour, or 35 minutes or so, there's a group that goes on. We first start off with the Leominster High School Chorus, and under the direction of Arthur Pierce, and then at 9:35, I go on with the Francis Drake Smoking Dragons choral group, directed by Larry Zuaro. After that, the Fallbrook Songbirds. with Debbie Cordell directing. And then they usually do a couple of numbers combined with the Francis Drake Chorus and the Fallbrook Songbirds. After that, at 10:30, I believe it is, we have the Leominster High School Jazz Band. They'll be on for 40 minutes under the direction of Barry Hudson. They're always a big hit, and people look forward. They do a great job, and they have gigs all over the city all year long. He does a great job with them. And then after that, another favorite is the International Veterans Chorus. This year, under the direction of Frank Cooley, who took over for Donna Allard, who retired last year. So they'll be performing from 11:15 to 11:45. And then we have it worked out this year with the choir risers in front of the stage. So while they're performing, another group can set up in back of them on the stage. And that's when the Beatles for Sale is back this year after, I think, they had a year off.
Right.
So they're back this year. And they'll be on at 12, from 12 to 1:30. Then there'll be a half an hour of public service announcements, and they have to break down, and we have to set up for the Johnny Appleseed Big Band, which is a professional big band that I'll be fronting. And we do all the old, a lot of the classics from the big band era, and a couple of contemporary numbers as well, written for the big band. And after that, then you get the young kids at the middle school jazz camp that had their camp in August. They'll be performing from 4:15 to 5. And they have, here's your next generation of big band performers, actually. And they have a great time. And so it's a good day of all day long of entertainment from 9 to 5, different types, and something for everybody.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
And then, like you said, on the there's another stage down.
Right. Monument Square Park, right down
Monument Square Park, and they'll have music down there all day too.
Right.
What's the name of the?
Well, we have a soft rock band that'll be playing
Right.
for an hour and a half, and then we have all little pieces that are coming in,
Right.
small venues.
Yep.
Robin Koroskini in his church is
that's
actually
right, yeah.
hosting that. So there will be live entertainment. And
Right.
in between, we have DJ Earl. He'll be in the neighborhood down there, and he'll be playing a little bit of music while people are sitting in the park at the picnic tables enjoying some snacks.
Great. So it should be a great day, and the weather cooperates. We'll probably have a huge crowd. I would think.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We had a big one last year.
We did.
Wow.
We did. And we
Enormous.
thought this year was going to be, last year was like the ultimate.
Yeah.
But coming into this year, I wasn't even anticipating we'd have as many vendors or people involved with this, and it actually grew even larger, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
So people look forward to it.
Yeah.
It's been around
It's a
for
great
long time.
community event.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what makes Leominster so, I think, unique in some respect.
Absolutely.
A number of different community events that occur in this,
Right,
within the
right.
city.
Right.
It's almost like a small town atmosphere.
It is.
People get together. It's great.
And that's one of the difficulties we have every year is keeping it quaint, because it could easily build out.
Oh, yeah.
We do that, the mayor does that with the strolls and everything, but we're trying to keep everything right in that area. So it's nice for parents to be able to sit down at the stage, listen to music, and know that their children
Right.
are right up in the parking lot enjoying all the amusements. Under supervision, we have police walking around all day long, firefighters walking around, the emergency management's
Right.
involved. So there's a lot of people for public safety that are involved with this. So we appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
In the parking lot, we have, second year back is going to be Ray Richard.
Oh.
And Ray is a very popular DJ with the kids. And we actually ran into a snag last year. Heidi's Dance Connection came in at the end, and we had no room. So what we did was we got rid of one of the inflatables to be able to provide an opportunity for them to be in the parking lot. And it turned out to be a grand slam. It was just awesome. And what happened, Ray teamed up with her
dance
staff, her
group?
kids
Yeah.
and staff,
Yeah.
and they started doing group dancing, it was
yeah.
just great. And they engaged not only the kids, but a lot of the parents are doing some of the dances along with them. So we're looking forward to that happening again this year.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Ray's
So-
great with stuff like that.
Oh, it's great. So just a couple of other things. We have, we always have a problem with parking, transportation. It's just, the whole downtown just becomes overwhelmed, so we always try to get as many of the business partners to come in and participate, but parking still is a problem. So we're asking the vendors this year, just for your information, we're asking the vendors to park in the parking garage and also at the courts parking lot as well. So we're going to get those cars away from the all-day parking on the street. We're going to be working something out with Mart. I'm hoping, I should know within the end of the week, but most likely there'll be some promotion regarding transportation from the Mart Corporation as far as especially the senior citizens.
Yeah, yeah.
We have taken between the First Baptist Church and the First Church Unitarian. And as much as we need the space, we have eliminated vendors going into that area to allow for handicap parking and senior citizen parking. So we're asking the patrons, if you come down, because there's parking available back there, don't sneak in. We need that for the people that need it the most. Right next to the First Baptist Church, in that parking area, there's also going to be a handicap family portable toilet as well. So, you know, that's going to, we're doing the best we can to accommodate. It's just really hard. So, you know, I would suggest that you don't come down with your individual car to the festival. You may want to be carpooling, get dropped off, get picked up. In front of the Monument Square on Main Street, it's open all day long, so it's a perfect place to be dropping off and picking up. So that'll work out well. So that's, as far as the parking is concerned, that's how that plays out. There's been, you know, a great group of people that help with this, and we're very fortunate that we have business partners. You know, that's really the key thing. Without this, we couldn't run it. And this has been going on now for 23 years. And what happened was we were in a situation where we used to generate plenty of money to be able to offset the expenses, but with so many nonprofits and charitable organizations, we're really reaching out to the business community. Bob is the facilitator of Starburst, same thing. We can't do it without the generosity. And we'd like to recognize just a few of the sponsors that are already on board for the JA Festival. We have Health Alliance again, Rollstone Bank, a major sponsor, Digital Credit Union, IC Federal Credit Union, Life Care Center of Leominster, the Leominster Cultural Commission, Paul's Rental, Wright Roy Funeral Home, Leominster Telecommunications. Fidelity Corp has been involved with us for 23 years. That's just a great benchmark of civic commitment, so we greatly appreciate that. So if you would like to make a donation, you can contact the mayor's office at 978-534-7500. Checks can be made payable to the City of Leominster JA Festival, or they can also be dropped off at the city clerk's office during the regular business hours. Brandon, you've been going to this for a long time. And you've been more or less ordained to come in now and start getting involved with the learning of all the administrative tasks and an effort so you can help, you know, the next generation to be able to take this over at one point with some more volunteers. So what's your deal? Why do you want to get involved with the JA Festival? What's it mean to you?
Well, thanks. You know, I've been living in Leominster all of my life, and I think it's a real good opportunity for me to give back to a city I care about so much. Leominster is where I was born, where I grew up, so you know, I think it's my turn now to give back to the city, and the JA Festival seems like a good way to do it. You know, it gets a lot of people involved from the community, coming out downtown, being involved with, you know, the people that live in Leominster. And I think by, you know, getting myself out there, putting myself out there, and being a volunteer is a good way to start.
Very commendable. That's great. That's we're going to have to hook you up with Starburst.
We need more people like that.
That's right. That's right.
I know people need to come on out and help.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, you know, that's one of the things about the spirit of Leominster. We have a lot of things going on, but quite frankly, they're run by volunteers. You know, and even the mayor's staff is overtaxed with all the things they do. Almost every other weekend there's something going on. That's a lot of work. And, you know, his staff is coming out after hours to be able to do all of this in addition to their regular tasks with the city. In this particular case here, you know, we over the years, we've had a lot of volunteers, and it's been 24 years for you with Starburst and 23 years.
Coming up to 25.
So you can imagine, you know, if we went back on a little trip in the past, a lot of the people who even helped us back in those days, unfortunately, not with us any longer.
That's right.
So we're looking for help, you know, and I've been very fortunate. There've been a few people that want to come down, like Brandon this year, come down and help out the day of the event. And you know, so if you like to get involved, please, you know, come down to the event, connect with me. We'll put you right to work. There's all kinds of things to do.
Plenty of things to do.
Absolutely.
Right.
But
and I'll sign you up for the Starburst committee at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I did this morning.
The only thing, Bob and I, you know, we will always retain the responsibility of checking the quality of the apple crisp.
That's right.
You know, and we're usually eating that by 9 o'clock in the morning with ice cream, so it's great. First Baptist Church, you know.
You got to get it to take home first before it sells out, too.
A funny story about the First Baptist Church, to me, just makes this whole thing happen.
Wow.
And, you know, I wish the public could stick their nose into the church Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday when they see all the volunteers in the church with apple cores that go back to the 1800s. And most of the time they're in there engaged in singing songs And as soon as they open the door, you can
Yeah.
smell it a half a mile away. And they're just awesome.
Well,
And
you remember the year we had to postpone?
we did.
We got rained out.
Yeah.
And we had to postpone to the next week, but people came down anyways.
Yeah.
And they sold out of all the apple crisp, even in the rain.
Yeah.
So they had to make another whole batch the next week, because
Yeah.
it was postponed.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
we actually, that year, we had a hurricane coming in.
Yeah.
And Peter Anderson, who was a licensed skipper, has access to the Coast Guard weather report, the most credible report in the world. And he guaranteed us that the rain wasn't coming till 11:30 p.m. that Saturday. Well, when we went downtown,
Yeah.
it was already in his
already
on the
in,
ground.
yeah, oh, yeah.
And that was at 4 o'clock in the morning. So we waited
Yeah,
till
yeah.
6, and finally
That's
that was
it.
the end of it.
Yeah.
But the Baptists had already set up their tent. And they
All
already
the stuff
cooked all
we
their
made,
apple
everything
crisp.
was made, yeah.
So what happened was they volunteered to stay the day, to weather the storm,
Right.
hang out, and let people know to come back next Saturday. So in the meantime, they sold all their apple
So
crisp.
all the crisp.
That's
We're talking about
dedication.
$9,000.
Yeah.
And then the next week, they did the same thing. So
Yeah.
the only thing Bob and I ask of them is to not pray for rain.
Right.
We need a sunshine day because it's really difficult when all of a sudden
We
you
we
get
did
that.
one year when it was kind of drizzly.
We've had two, and it's been tough in my 18 years.
It's tough, yeah.
Everything changes because even the
yeah.
contractual services, the entertainment has other venues, a lot of the vendors have other responsibilities, even the inflatables.
Yeah.
Paul's Rental's been great. And he knew this year money was a little tight. And we're about 6,000 off on our fundraising going into today. Hopefully we're going to catch up on that and be able to nail it down by the event itself on the 24th. Today's the 13th. And he knocked $1,000 off the bill just like this.
Yeah. He
That's
tried
his
to-
labor. That's the
Yeah.
labor. So he's
Right.
basically giving us all the labor for free. So we've been fortunate. It's been great. And it's a big disturbance to downtown because basically we just shut it down for the day.
Yeah, completely.
And
yeah.
we love to have the merchants come join us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty of room and space to work them in somewhere. So that's the Johnny Appleseed Festival. Started 23 years ago with Benito Fini from the shoe store.
I remember that.
Fini
Yep.
Shoe
Sure.
Store in downtown Leominster with his family, Donna, and the rest of the family and friends. And it's been able to, survive, the challenging times. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the most memorable one to me was right after 9/11.
Oh, I remember that one very well.
And what happened was we were actually supposed to cancel it. And everybody was really concerned about safety and security. And the city of Leominster, we got together and we just pushed hard, pushed forward, and we had that. And I remember going to the main stage at noontime when there had to be 400 or 500 people, even the vendors shut down to come sing God Bless America
Yep.
and do the national anthem together. It's pretty touching. So we became very resilient, and we recognized it. So it's a very cross-generational, multicultural celebration of religion type of a festival. It's for kids, it's for families. There are no alcoholic beverages allowed on campus. We ask anyone that brings a dog down, that's fine, just make sure they're on a leash and they're friendly with the public.
And that you have a pooper scooper there with you.
Have that with you. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that in. Things do happen,
Oh,
things
yeah.
do happen. But the stage will be live with entertainment all day long. We'll have music in the park. The CTE Carpentry has made 12 brand-new picnic tables. And they're going to be dropping them off for people to be able to enjoy. And what happened was through the fundraising, we were able to do that. It's their first community service project of the year. Rec department gets the tables afterwards, and then they can put them around town when needed.
Nice.
Awesome way to
So
get
we're
going.
looking forward to it. It's going to be a great day. And for me, it's just awesome. I just love doing this with you guys, and we couldn't do it without the support that we get in the community. And I can't emphasize enough, Leominster TV has been there for us for a long time. They'll be on campus that day doing filming and recording.
They're going to broadcast on
Yeah.
the educational station all day long.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Plus, they're also a major sponsor, too.
That's right.
I wasn't supposed to tell you that from Starburst, but they took care of us. So, and Kyle said to blame Jack, not him.
Oh,
So-
okay, wow.
But anyway, so thank you, Kyle, Jack, Jane, the
That's
whole
right.
LTV
Oh, yeah,
staff.
great.
Thank you, City of Leominster. Pray for sunshine. If we have a day like it is today, which is the 13th, it's just a beautiful day.
Yep.
Come down early, have fun. If you've got to pop out, come back. If you like to get involved, participate, if you'd like to be a sponsor, make a donation, there's ways to do that, so we deeply appreciate all of the help. It's a great day of a family reunion for the citizens of Leominster, a celebration of culture, community, and diversity. We look forward to it, and we'll see you at the Johnny Appleseed Festival.
Yep.
Have a great day.
We're good.
Have a good one.